Hi guys, happy Thursday. Welcome to Math Today. So today we are going to practice checking our subtraction problems, okay? So what we're going to do here is first we're going to watch a little video and then we'll get started.
Check subtraction.
We can use addition to check the answer to a subtraction problem.
Add the numbers 15 and 10 to check the answer. 5 plus 0 equals 5. 1 plus 1 equals 2. The answer is 25. Since 25 is a number you subtracted from, your answer is correct.
To check the answer to a subtraction problem, add back the number you subtracted. The sum should match the number you subtracted from.
Let's try another subtraction problem. 36 minus 20. What is 36 minus 20? Let's see. 6 minus 0 equals 6. 3 minus 2 equals 1. So 36 minus 20 equals 16. Now, let's check our answer by adding 16 and 20. 6 plus 0 equals 6, and 1 plus 2 equals 3. The sum is 36, which matches the number we subtracted from.
All right, who's ready to practice? Okay, everybody go ahead and get out your slates for me and a marker. If you need to pause me to go get it, go ahead and go do that. So today we're going to talk about checking our subtraction problems, right? So let's do our problem of the day together on our slates. It says Tim had 30 cherries. After he had eaten some, there were 12 left. Explain how to find how many he ate. So he had 30 cherries, right? Some of them went away, so we would be subtracting, right? So 30 minus the 12 that are left, right? That is going to tell us how many he ate, right? So remember, I've got my invisible line here. And I'm going to do 0 minus 2. Can I do 0 minus 2? No, I cannot. So I need to borrow from my tens. So my 3 is going to become a 2 because I take 1 10 away. So I will add my 10 to 0 to get 10, right? Because 0 plus 10 is 10. So then 10 minus 2 would be 8, right? And 2 minus 1 would be 1. So Tim ate 18 cherries. That is a lot of cherries, right? All right, go ahead and erase your slates. 30 minus 12 equals 18. Woo. All right, go ahead and erase your slates and then hide this. I would like us to zoom in a little bit here. Oh, I guess it's as close as I can go. Okay, so erase your slates and we're going to go ahead and we're going to do some of these rewriting the problems together. Remember, this is what we practiced on Tuesday, okay? So they give us the subtraction problem long ways, 93 minus 65. We want to turn it up and down, right? So I'm going to use black. Just going to go ahead and draw. Uh-oh. Why isn't it right? Oh my goodness, guys. Hang on, let me refresh. Well, I guess I can't zoom in. Okay, well, I won't be zooming in. I thought it would make my handwriting a little better, but okay. We won't do that since it will not work. All right, I'm going to go ahead and draw my line going down here. And now we're going to rewrite 93. So 9 will be on one side, 9 will be on the 10 side, and 3 is on the 1 side, and then 65, 6 is on the 10 side, and 5 is on the 1 side. I'm sorry, guys, that my handwriting looks so bad. So then we do the subtraction problem, right? 3 minus 5. Can I take 3 minus 5? No, I cannot. So I need to borrow from my 9. So if I take 1 10 away, my 9 turns into an 8. Then I have to add 10 to my 3, right? 10 plus 3 is 13. So 13 minus 5, let's see, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. And 8 minus 6, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 is 2. So 93 minus 65 is 28. All right, let's go ahead and look at number 2. We have 39 minus 23. Now on your slates, guys, you don't have to write it going long ways. You can just write it going up and down. Okay, so 39, I'd write 3 on the 10s and 9 on the 1s. And 23, I'd write 2 on the 10s. That's supposed to be a 2. And 3 on the 1s. I'm so sorry, guys. So 9 minus 3. Can I do 9 minus 3? Yes, I can, right? Because 9 is bigger. So if I hold up 9 fingers and I take 3 away, I would have 6 left. And then 3 minus 2, if I have 3 and I take 2 away, I'd have 1 left. So it's 16. I love the ones when we don't have to regroup, right? I'm going to go ahead and draw my lines on both of these. All right, let's look at number 3. 70 minus 24. For 70, we'd write 7, 0. And for 24, we'd write 2. That's a 2. And that's a 4. Ugh. Okay, so 70 minus 24. If I have the ones first, 0 minus 4, can I take 0 minus 4? No, I cannot. So I'm going to cross out the 7 and turn it into a 6. And I'm going to add 10 to my 0, and it will become 10. So 10 minus 4, 10 fingers, take 4 away. You should get 6. 6 minus 2, 6, 5, 4. You should get 4. Is this getting easier, guys, as we do more and more of these? That's good. All right, 82 minus 17. Okay, when we rewrite it, we'll do 8, and then 2, and then 17 is 1 and 7. Now, if you're writing nice and neat and you don't need to draw your black line down the middle, that's okay too, right? I just like to do it just in case so that I make sure everything is on the right side, right? So 82 minus 17, if I have 2 minus 7, can I do that? No, I cannot. So I have to borrow from this 8. So my 8's going to turn into 7. And I'm going to add 10 to my 2 to get 12. So now I would do 12 minus 7. Well, if I have 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, right? 12 minus 7 is 5. And 7 minus 1 is 6. So 65. All right, let's check our answers. 28, 16, 46, 65. 28, 16, 46, 65. Woo, we got them all right. All right, it says, mark the answer that it shows how to rewrite and solve 63 minus 25. All right, so let's just look to see if they rewrote it right first. So 63 minus 25. They'd put 63 minus 25. 63 minus 25. Oh, over here, 25 minus 63. Does this problem say 25 minus 63? No, it does not. So that can't be right, right? Same here, 25 minus 63. That can't be right. 63 is bigger, right? So when you subtract, you know you have to start with a bigger number. So these two problems over here would not work. Okay, so it cannot start 25 minus 63. It would not give us the right answer. So now let's take a look at how they borrowed and subtracted. So over here, they had the one side was 3 minus 5. They borrowed from the 6. Yeah, made that a 5. That's right. Then they had a 13. So that's all right. Now, 13 minus 5. I have 13 minus 5. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Is this answer 8? No, it is not. But this one is, so this one must be our answer, right? Because they said 13 minus 5 is 7, and that is not correct. Now let's see how we did. Woo! Okay, so it says, how can you use addition to check subtraction? So we know, because we did all that work on fact families, that the three numbers that you use when you are subtracting are also the same three numbers that would make up an addition problem, right? So, for example, let's say my problem was 12 minus 3. Okay, now if I have, actually, let's do a different one where we don't have to regroup. Let's say my problem is 15 minus 3. Okay, so 5 minus 3 is 2, and 1 minus something is 1. Okay, so my answer is 12. Now, to use addition to check this, we would add these two numbers. Okay, we would add our answer to our subtraction problem, and then the other number that was being subtracted from the bigger number. The reason this is because we know that the bigger number always is the answer to an addition problem, because when you add, you start small and you make your way bigger, right? So if I do 12 plus 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 1 plus nothing is 5, I should get the number 15, right? See how I did that there? Let's try some on our own. Everybody, erase your slates, put them away, and get out your math books. Pause me right here and turn to page 261 for me. Once you're at page 261, you can go ahead and press play, and we will get started working through this together. Okay, so our problem down here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, because when I am not zoomed in, my handwriting is crazy. All right, it says, there are 38 vegetables in the garden. So there's 38 vegetables in the garden. Nancy picks 12 vegetables. How many vegetables are left? Show your work and then check your work. So our problem is 38 minus 12. Now, make sure when you write this, they are lined up. See how my 8 and my 2 are lined up together. See how my 3 and my 1 are lined up together. Okay, I don't have my line going down. If you need the line going down, go ahead and draw it. Okay, I don't have one, but I can tell that mine are lined up. Okay, so now if I look at the one side first, 8 minus 2. Can I do 8 minus 2? Yes, I can. If I have 8 fingers up and I take 2 away, I would have 6 left. And then if I have 3 and I take 1 away, How many would I have, guys? 2, right? So 38 minus 12 equals 26. So now remember, to check our answer, we are going to add the two smaller numbers together. So 12 and 26, we are going to do 12 plus 26. Remember, because the two smaller numbers should give me this bigger number when adding, because when you add, you always end with a bigger number. So if I come back over here and I look at my one side, notice my 2 and my 6 are lined up and my 1 and my 2 are lined up. If I do 2 plus 6, 6, 7, 8, and then I do 1 plus 2, I would get 3. Are these two numbers the same? The two numbers in the purple boxes? Yes, they are, right? That means I got the answer right. If you ever do this and you get a different answer when you add, that means your subtraction numbers are not the right answer. This is a good thing to do to make sure we're getting the right answers. Because a lot of times, guys, we know how to do the problems, but we just subtract wrong, right? All right, let's come here. We are going to, I want to zoom in first. No, zoom in. There we go. Okay, so it says you can check the answer to a subtraction problem. Check 25 minus 10 equals 15. Okay, so helpful hint. Add the number you subtracted to the difference. The sum should match the number you subtracted from. So they over here, they did 25 minus 10 to get 15, right? So now to check, you need to add these two numbers, the two smaller numbers, right? So they did 15 plus 10 to get 25. And then remember, these two numbers should be the same. And if they are the same, then you're good. If they're not the same, then we made a mistake. All right, let's do some of these together now. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to just subtract first. Everybody go ahead and let's start by looking at number 1. We have 36 minus 20. Okay, so if I have 6 minus 0, can I do 6 minus 0? Yes, I can. 6 minus 0 is 6, right? 3 minus 2, if I have 3 and I take 2 away. Oops, that's not right. This was 6. If I have 3 and I take 2 away, I'd have 1 left, right? Sorry. So 36 minus 20 would give me 16. Now, in order to check it, I'm going to use the two smaller numbers, which is 20 and 16. So I would write over here, 16 plus 20. Notice my numbers are kind of lined up. The 6 and the 0 are in a line, and the 1 and the 2 are in a line. Now, I just add these numbers, and I'm looking to get this answer, right? I want to get the answer 36. So 6 plus 0 would be 6. And 1 plus 2 would be 3. So did I get that answer 36? Yes, I did. I'm going to make my pen a little smaller. That's small. Let's see if that's good. All right, let's go ahead and look at number 2. Is this starting to make sense, guys? Well, let's keep doing some together, and it'll get easier and easier the more we practice. So we have 50 minus 12. We're going to start with our one side, right? 0 minus 2. Can I do 0 minus 2? No, I cannot. So I have to borrow from this 5. If I take 1 away from the 5, I'd have 4 left, right? So I'm going to take that 10, that 110, and I'm going to add it to 0. 0 plus 10 is 10. So 10 minus 2, if I have 10 and I take 2 away, how many would I have left? 8, right? And then on the 10 side, 4. Hold up 4 fingers and take 1 away. How many do I have left? 3. So 50 minus 12 is 38. So now we want to check it. When we check it, remember we're going to take these two numbers, the two smaller numbers, 12 and 38. So I'm going to do 38 plus 12. I'm trying to make sure I get that number 50 as my answer, right? Because if I get the number 50 as my answer, then that means my answer is correct. So if I look over here and I'm adding, I look at the one side first. 8 plus 2, 8, 9, 10, right? You guys all remember how to do this? A 0 goes here and a 1 goes up here to show 10. Remember this? It seems like a while ago, doesn't it? Then I would do 1 plus 3 to get 4, plus 1 more to get 5. Did I get the same answer as that number? Yes, I did. I got 50, so we got it right. Okay, let's try number 3 together. If you need to pause me and I'm moving too fast, remember, that's the nice thing about the video. Just pause me whenever you need to pause me. Okay, 21 minus 3. We're going to look at the 10 side first. 1 minus 3. Can I do 1 minus 3? No, I cannot because 1 is too small. So I have to take a 10 away from that 2, which means there is 1 left. And if I add 10 to that 1, I now have 11. So 11 minus 3, let's see, 11, 10, 9, 8, right? 11 minus 3 is 8. And then 1 minus nothing is 1. So now all I have to do is add these two smaller numbers together. So I'm going to do 18 plus 3. Notice my 8 and my 3 are both 1, so they are in a line together, and there's nothing here under the 0 or under the 1 because 3 doesn't have anything in the tens place. So I'm trying to make sure I get this number of 21. 8 plus 3. Well, let's see. 8, 9, 10, 11, right? So I'd put a 1 and a 1. Then I would do 1 plus 1 would give me 2. So did I get the same answer? Yes, I did, of 21. All right, let's do number 4 together. 32 minus 14. Okay, so on the first, we're going to look at the one side first. I see 2 minus 4. Can I do 2 minus 4? No, I cannot. So I have to borrow from this 3. If I take 1 10 away, that 3 becomes a 2. Then I add that 1 tens to that 2 to make 12. So now on my 10 side, or on my 1 side, I have 12 minus 4. Well, let's see. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Well, minus 4 is 8. And then 2 minus 1 is 1. So 32 minus 14 equals 18. So now to check it, we have to take these two smaller numbers and add them together. 14 plus 18. Now, if we want to do 14 plus 18, we're going to look at the one side first. What is 4 plus 8? Well, let's see. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? So I'd put a 2 here and a 1 here. So now I would do 1 plus 1 plus 1 to give me 3 for 32. Did I get the same answer as here? Yes, I did. All right, now we are going to turn to this next page. This next page is the independent practice. I would like for you to do this independent practice page by yourself. So I would like for everybody to pause my video and do this page. And when you're finished, come back, press play, and we'll check our answers together. All right, now you guys should have done this by yourself already, right? So I am going to go through and do them, and you are going to check along with me to make sure you did them right. Okay? So on number 5, we had 57 minus 30. You should have looked at the one side first. 7 minus 0. Can you do 7 minus 0? Yes, I can. 7 minus 0 is 7. Then you should have done 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3 would have given you 2. So your answer was 27. Now, when you do the addition side, you should have taken your two smaller numbers, 27 and 30. Now, boys and girls, it doesn't matter when you're adding which one comes first. You could have done 27 plus 30 or 30 plus 27, just as long as you have those two numbers over here adding them together. Okay, so if I do 27 plus 30, 7 plus 0 would give me 7, and 2 plus 3 would give me 5. Did I get that answer? Yes, I did. So I got it right. On number 6, we had 60 minus 10. So you should have done the one side first. 0 minus 0 is 0, right? Then 6 minus 1 is 5. So 60 minus 10 is 50. Then you should have done 10 and 50, adding 10 and 50 together, seeing if you could get this answer of 60. 0 plus 0 would be 0, and 5 plus 1 is 6. So you should have got that same number of 60. Okay, let's look at number 7. For number 7, it was 42 minus 5. Well, you should have looked at the one side first. You would have saw 2 minus 5, which you cannot do. So you should have borrowed from this 4 and made it a 3 and added 10 to that 2 to make it a 12. Then you would have done 12 minus 5. Well, 12 minus 5, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. You would have got 7. And then 3 minus nothing would have been 3, so you would have got 42 minus 5 is 37. Now, to check it, I would have done 37 plus 5. You should have made sure that your 5 and your 7 were lined up here. So to do 37 plus 5, I would have done 7 plus 5 first to give me 12. So I would have put a 2 there and a 1 up here. And then I would have done 1 plus 3 to give me 4. And I would have got that same answer of 42. Okay, on number 8, remember you guys should just be double checking here because you already did this by yourself. If there's one you get wrong, pause it and fix it and then come back to it. Okay, so on number 8, you should have done 75 minus 41. You should have looked at your ones place first. 5 minus 1, which we could do. 5 minus 1 would be 4. So for 5 minus 1, then we would come over here to the tens place, right? With 7 minus 4, you should have found that 7 minus 4 was 3. So 75 minus 41 would give you 34. Then you should have added those two smaller numbers, 34 and 41. 4 plus 1 is 5, and 3 plus 4 is 7. And you will see that you got the same number of 75. Okay, a couple more. Let's do number 9, 67 minus 32. Okay, you guys should have looked at this and looked at the ones place first. You would have saw 7 minus 2, which you can do 7 minus 2, right? We don't have to borrow. 7 minus 2 is 5. Then you would have looked over here at the 10 side for 6 minus 3, which is 3. So you would have found 67 minus 32 equals 35. Then you would have added those two smaller numbers together to make sure you got the right answer. So we would have done 32 or 35 plus 32. I would have done 5 plus 2 would be 7, and 3 plus 3 is 6. So I got that same answer of 67. All right, now the next one. You should have saw 40 minus 26. Well, when you looked at the one side, you would see 0 minus 6, which you know we can't do. So you should have borrowed 1/10 from that 4 to make it 3 and added 10 to that 0 to make it 10. Then you would have done the one side, 10 minus 6. 10 minus 6, you would have gotten 4. And then 3 minus 2, you would have gotten 1. So 40 minus 26 equals 14. So now I would take that and I would add those two together. 14 plus 26. Well, 4 plus 6 is 10, so you should have written a 0 and then a 1 up here. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 would be 4. So you should have got that same answer of 40. All right, now let's look down here at number 11. 76 minus 28. You should have looked at the one side, 6 minus 8, and known that can't happen, right? So you should have borrowed from the 7 to make it 6 and added 10 to that 6 to make it 16. Then you would have done 16 minus 8, which is 8, right? Then you would have done 6 minus 2 to get 4. So you would have got 76 minus 28 equals 48. So now to check it, I would add those two smaller numbers. So 48 plus 28. Well, on the one side, I see 8 plus 8, which is 16. So I would have put a 1 up there and a 6 down here. Then 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. So your answer should have matched that 76. And finally, our last one here, 56 minus 28. You should have looked at the one side first. 6 minus 8. Well, we would have known you can't do it. So you would borrow from that 5 to make it a 4 and add 10 to that 6 to make it a 16. Then you would have done 16 minus 8, which we actually just did that, didn't we? Which is 8. And then 4 minus 2 is 2. So 28. So now we're going to add these two smaller numbers together, which look, they're the same, 28 and 28, to see if we get 56. So 8 plus 8, you would have got 16. So I would put a 1 up there and a 6 down here. Then 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 2 more is 5. So you should have got the answer 56. How did you guys do on these problems? For the most part, did you get the answers right? Did you have to change a lot? We just got to keep practicing, right? We will get better and better. All right. Let's go ahead and do some of these together. We're just going to do 13, 14, and 15. And then we'll be finished today, guys. So it says, Ima went to the apple orchard with her class. The class picked 48 apples. They ate 17 of them. How many apples are left? So they had 48. They had 48, and they ate minus 17. Okay, so now I see on the one side 8 minus 7, which we can do 8 minus 7, can't we? 8 minus 7 would be 1, right? And then 4 minus 1 is 3. So they ate 31 apples. Now let's say we wanted to double check that. I would do 17 plus 31, right? 7 plus 1 is 8, and 3 plus 1 is 4. Were those two numbers the same? Yes, they were, so I knew my answer was right. All right, let's look at number 14. It says, the second grade classes are planting seeds. Roy's class plants 81 seeds. Jessica's class plants 66 seeds. How many more seeds does Roy's class plant than Jessica's plant? Or than Jessica's class? So, 81 in Roy's minus the 66 from Jessica's. That will tell us the difference, right, between the two classes. So, I look at my one side. 1 minus 6 can't be done, can it? So, I'm going to cross that 8 out and borrow, so it's turning to a 7, and add 10 to that 1, and it's now 11. 11 minus 6, let's see, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, right? And then 7 minus 6 is 1. So that means Roy's class planted 15 more seeds. A lot of seeds. All right, let's look at number, we're not going to do this one down here, so you can cross that one out. Let's look at number 15. 97 people went sailing yesterday. Some people went sailing today. 59 more people went sailing yesterday than today. How many people went sailing today? All right, I got to read that again and underline what I know. 97 people went sailing yesterday. Some people went today. 59 more people went sailing yesterday than today? How many people went sailing today? So this number 97 is 59 more than the mystery number. So that means we have to do 97 minus 59. So if I look at my one side, can you do 7 minus 9? No. So I have to borrow. That 9 becomes an 8, and we add 10 to that 7 to get 17. 17 minus 9. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, right? And then 8 minus 5, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So that means 38 people went sailing today. All right. Now, if you would like to, boys and girls, do the homework for practice, you may. If not, go ahead and bookmark this page for tomorrow. Tomorrow is a double Zoom day, so we will do math together live on Zoom. So make sure you book this so that we can find it quickly tomorrow. Okay? And I will see you guys in a little while.